starting to make me sick. I've been having these programs about the nature of reality.
My feedback was it seems to have been worth all of our efforts. I think my tears are really tears of relief.
Joy. Vindication.
Not quite yet.
No, vindication.
You've
been vindicated.
We've been through so much hell at the time. It just re-brings it all up again. It was so much effort, and it didn't. Look, the boy is still in bonded council.
Yes, it's not
this
the
is
end.
the whole issue. Yeah. It's not the end. No. But Simon has given me the formula, and I've emailed it to Melissa already.
This is a victory.
It is a little war victory. Yeah, move on to.
Well, I can say is, that I was praying for these ladies, and because it is us against the beast. Because remember that this is what this system represents. Yeah, this is what people don't understand. This is all part of the New World Order. This is all part of the plan to literally subjugate the whole world.
Yes.
People should look into Agenda 2030. They should look very closely at it and see what it really entails. City-states, which are going to be glorified prisons, which will be biometrically controlled.
Wild animals in the countryside.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Where no human is allowed.
Factory farms and wild animals.
Yeah.
Little circle.
Well, I think we won a battle today, but we've far from won the war.
Yes.
The judge's summary, she would have been in the realms of her summary to pass a guilty, to pass against our favour. But I think what she decided was to issue this judgment, which was, I think, the right one to do, but it also was kind of issues a warning. This now broadcasts a warning to anybody who's considering to be a McKenzie friend that there are consequences. And I think that's the way they've turned it round. So it's kind of, we've won half a battle here, but there's a veiled threat underneath there that's to anybody else who's considering to be a McKenzie friend.
Watch out.
That's it.
Good summary, thank you. Rob.
Yeah, I certainly listening to the judgment, I thought it was going to go against us right to the very end when she said, basically, I could get you to pay costs, but in this case, because you weren't warned and because the impact it will have on you, I'm going to basically let you off. So you're guilty, but I'm going to let you off this time. Like, I'll just slap you on the wrist. So, yeah, I think we need to be careful. I mean, I certainly wasn't aware that McKenzie Friends could be liable at all, because they can't even talk in court, can they? I mean,
that's it. So you're not representing, are you?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Well, to me, I always thought McKenzie Friend meant someone who's there,
Just
visible,
just
presence, like saying, "I'm here, I'm here with you. I'm standing with you. What is it? I have sympathy for your case. I mean, and that's why I'm standing here, because I believe in what you're defending. So that's why I'm standing here. Because that's what you've done. You've put it upon yourself to help someone, to support and encourage someone who's up against the beast, up against the system. That as far as you're concerned, if it's not in black and white, we don't take mitigating circumstances, we don't take emotion, we don't take any of those things. This is what the law says, and therefore we go by the law.
Let Belinda round up.
Okay, right. When I took on this battle, I decided I would throw at it what little money I still have, having expended quite a lot of money helping people, right? Because that's what I do. I help people. I'm a friend to people who have no other friends, and that's what I regard my role as. And that costs me, and I have to do something about that in the long term, because I shan't be able to carry on. But I had a little bit of cash still rocking around, and I decided that I would make a fight, arrange a bit of a battle for the McKenzie Friends, because I do feel we have a role to play in this system. If you just look at the architecture here, it's very Gothic, it's very forbidding, it's very intimidating, isn't it? People going into court, even if they're used to the situation, always get that sort of feeling of unease and flutter. I've got it today, having gone in there. I always get it when I come to this place.
I don't get it anymore.
You don't? No, right, okay, well, we'll talk to you later. But anyway, most people who haven't advanced to your level, Rob, still get the butterflies going into court. And to have somebody with them, to be on their own, is the worst of all possible scenarios. And I think Simon didn't get into the medieval precedence bit for this, but it's been a principle of British justice that a person should not have to go alone into court. Simple as that. It goes right back to medieval times, Saxon times probably, these famous dark ages, which are probably ages of enlightenment, really, if the truth be known.
The question is, having gone through this experience, would you consider being a McKenzie friend again?
Indeed, that's what I am. I'm a McKenzie friend to my core. Okay, so I decided I would engage an expensive barrister. I would throw money at it. I would fight, and I would resist, because the whole situation was very unsatisfactory. It was a sort of loose end, not quite fully explained, not tied up, with us being stung for something which we didn't feel was at all fair. There'd been no forewarning. Rumblings from the Treasury solicitor. I'd obviously seen all the documents, and obviously when you issue a challenge to a court, a place of justice or whatever you might call it like this, and you're critical, they come back at you, and they're sort of not happy with what you're putting into, a case which perhaps addresses wider issues and societal issues, very important societal issues, which is what we were doing. So to that extent, we were a little bit campaigning, because we call ourselves public interest advocates. We advocate on behalf of the public interest, on behalf of the people. That's what we do. And it's a self-imposed sort of role, if you like, that we take it very seriously, because we feel somebody has to be a voice for the people who get downtrodden and trampled underfoot in these places. Yeah, that's what we do. So, campaigning or not, we were standing our ground for what we believe is our role, such as it is, and however well we play it or however successful we are, only time will tell. But anyway, that's what we do. So I wanted to defend our little role as the Association of McKenzie Friends and the brand in general, because the brand in general, as was acceded to in these proceedings, very important. There was definitely, the judge made a very strong statement that nobody in the system wants to get rid of McKenzie Friends. So what did they want to do? I think they wanted to give us just a little slap over the wrist, and they wanted to do it perhaps in the nicer way. They've chosen to be nice. This judge was actually very reasonable. She's chosen to do it in the nicest way. I noticed
she was smiling like a Cheshire
cat. Came in
cat,
smiling, she went out smiling.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes, and the barristers, both of them, put their cases very reasonably. It was a very civilised proceedings.
Yeah.
I had no quarrel with what happened in the courtroom today. So I feel satisfied, because I feel a point of law, or perhaps a point of misunderstanding on some people's parts. Who are these legal advisors who are sort of floating around the system, like sometimes
really great unwashed, aren't we?
Yes, what do we do here? Do we do any good? Are we needed? Should we really be swept out like so much flotsam from to keep?
Have we overstepped?
Have we overstepped the mark? All these issues needed clarifying, and I think it's been done in a very honourable, a very elegant, and a very British way, a reasonable way. So I feel satisfied, and money well spent.
Oh, and well done, you two.
Yes.
Bless you, thank you.
And thanks also to our
A small victory in a big war.
Oh, that's a very good title. Small victory in big war. Very, very good. Thank you.
Long may we win. Long may we continue the fight until we have totally won and discredited and brought to justice all these wicked people who do things behind closed doors.
Redeemed. Very good, thank you. Redeemed. Well, we'll just keep going, huh?
Yes. With God's grace and mercy and guidance.
Yeah, actually, that's very, very much. I feel I have to hang on to God. I said to Belinda last night, I'm just handing it over.
There's a wonderful confidence-building phrase, and it says, "If God is with you, who can be against you?"
Yeah.
In other words, see, God knows our heart. He knows, as it says, He promises He will satisfy the desires of our heart. Yeah. So your desire of your heart is to, reach out for the victim and get justice for them and get recompense.
Like Paul,
yeah.
I had yesterday. I got the text about today. I got the text about my pension, and I got where they want to dismiss the case, and the text about my prison case. So I had a bad night.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to sleep well, and B, I mean my temptation was to write about it because that's my own therapy in a way, but in the end I didn't. I said to myself, no, what matters is what happens today, and what matters to what happens tomorrow. And March 7th is no big deal anyway. We've got another day. Well, I mean, I won't be part of that, yeah? And I don't think it's worth even coming anywhere near, or should I? I don't know.
Probably best not. Probably best not. You know, maybe over very quickly.
Well, I'll see whether we can get online here.
We're all sort of associated with each other in some capacity.
Yes.
Yeah, we go back quite a lot.